Rise and Conquerors, my name is Tatsumi, and welcome back to episode 21 of our Terraria 1.4 Calamity mod playthrough. And gamers, today's the day. Today is the day that we finally take down every single vanilla boss in our Terraria Calamity mod playthrough. Of course, today, we are going to be taking down the Moonlord. After today, we are finished with every single vanilla boss, and we are just going on to beating all of these insanely crazy Calamity mod bosses, which is going to be so much fun, going to be so crazy. But of course, before we do that, we do have a little bit of stuff to do before we can actually defeat the Moonlord. As always, let's go ahead and show you guys what I have on my to-do list. So, first off, I actually found a few more cool weapons that we can craft, so I figured we can craft some of these. First off, we got the Eye of Magnus, we got the Yanmei's Knife, and we also have the Hydraulic Vault Crasher, and this one is going to be very special for a particular reason that I'll talk about a little bit later. Then, after we're finished crafting, we can go ahead and take on Deus, which is going to be the last boss that we need to take on before we can take on the Moonlord. And then, of course, after we beat Deus, we just simply move on to fighting and then taking down the Moonlord. And after that point, we can, I guess, just see what we can craft for the Moonlord with all that Luminite we get. And then we'll call it an episode. So with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get straight into the to-do list, because honestly, I am so excited for starting this episode. So first things first, I want to craft ourselves the Eye of Magnus. Now this weapon seems very cool because it's one of the weapons from the Calamity mod that actually doesn't have a class associated with it. So if I go ahead and look up Eye of Magnus here, you can see that it just does 44 average damage, which means that I can pretty much use this weapon with any loadout that I want. And that sounds really cool. So the way you craft it, you guys can see it right here. Basically, we need 12 nebula fragments, which is good because if you remember, in the episode where we took down the lunatic cultist early, we got ourselves a ton of fragments, so this is no big deal for us. And then we just need the lunatic eye, which we can simply make, and I'm pretty sure we can actually make it right now. So let's go ahead and see. I'm pretty sure, what is it called? A lunatic eye? If I can spell lunatic right, that would be very helpful. Oh, it's lunatic, right? Yeah, there we go. So here we go. We got the lunatic eye, and then straight up from this, I'm pretty sure we can just craft the Eye of Magnus, and here it is. So what this weapon actually does, because I forgot to mention that, is it fires a powerful beam that reduces enemy protection, and this weapon will also scale with all your damage jets at once, and then it heals mana and health on hit. I think it heals like 25 mana and then 1 health per like tick of the weapon, so it sounds really strong. So I'm going to go ahead and wait till we craft every other weapon, which is only 2 more, to actually test all these weapons out. And next up here, we got the Yanmei's Knife. So let's go ahead and check out if I can craft it. I think I should. I prepared all the ingredients beforehand. So it's Yanmei, right? Do I not have everything? Oh, I don't have iron bars. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that I can craft myself some iron bars. But the reason I wanted to actually craft this weapon in particular was not for its damage purposes. It was actually for something entirely different, which I can go ahead and explain after I craft it here. So, bam, there we go. So this weapon I wanted to craft, as you can see, it does 8 damage. It does very little damage. But what it does is it says, when hitting a boss, mini-boss, or their minions, you gain various boosts and cripple the enemy on hit. So what it does is this gives you a buff that I think is called, like, it's called, like, Tyrant buff or something like that. But it gives you a buff for, like, an unspecified amount of time. I don't know how long it is, but then it also cripples the enemy, so it makes the enemy take more damage, and you also get like a decent buff. So I was thinking that while I'm actually fighting the Moonlord, or like maybe the Deus, I can go ahead and throw this weapon out, right? I'll get myself a little buff, I'll cripple the enemy a bit, and then I can switch back to my other weapons here, like my Entropic Claymore, and just keep fighting with that. So that's what I was thinking with this weapon, and should hopefully work really well. And finally, the last weapon that I want to craft today is going to be the Hydraulic Vault Crasher. Now, this weapon has a little bit of a story behind it, which I will explain after I make it, but also, hopefully I have the stuff to make it, right? Because good, I do. I did not check if I actually had the materials to make this before I, went into this episode, but thankfully I do. But this is another kind of Drayden-type weapon where I need to go down here and power it up before I can actually use it. But this weapon has a pretty funny story behind it, because basically, before I even started recording this Terraria mod series, me and my friend briefly played through the Terraria mod. I just got on every so often, but it was mainly just his world because he wanted to play the Terraria mod. So I would come in, help him with some bosses, explore, do all that stuff. And then once we got to Deus, I pretty much stopped because I didn't want to get too ahead of myself and like spoil it or when I did my series here that you guys are watching now. But basically, once we got to Astrum Deus, he said, Tetsumi, take this. And I said, oh, okay, what is this? And he said, trust me, just use it on the boss. So me, him, and a few other of my friends got on. We used this thing on the boss, and every single time we used it, the world completely broke, like completely crashed. The boss would disappear, but it would still be alive. Some people were like just teleporting around because like the world just couldn't handle it. It was absolutely insane. And the reason is this weapon has a weird effect where you can kind of read it. An electricity charged jackhammer which shocks all nearby foes on hit. So essentially what this does is, I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys now. It will just like chain lightning between all enemies that are near it. And the Astrum Deus is a worm type enemy. So basically when all three of us used it at the same time in my friend's world, it would just completely break because it was doing like so many calculations by chaining all the damage and stuff. And speaking of damage, we like destroyed it in a matter of seconds. Like we actually killed it so fast that the world just didn't know what to do. And I'm pretty sure since now it's been like patched out, but I still really wanted to just give this weapon a try because it was so funny. I just gotta see if it would possibly work again, or maybe even just do a ton of damage again, because that'd be really funny. But with that being said, I go ahead and show you guys the other weapons now, because, you know, I'm already here showing you guys the Volt Crasher, which is pretty fun. Like, look at that, you see, like, that was so far away, and it managed to chain lightning on it. Like, this weapon, for worm enemies, I feel like this weapon's gonna be just stupid. But, I go ahead and show you guys Yanmei's knife, and also the buff that it gives, hopefully, right? Let's see, it looks like there's a bit of a cooldown on the knife, actually. Oh, will it not? Right! You know what? I forgot. This knife actually won't give you the buff on a dummy, because a dummy is obviously a regular enemy. It's not like a boss type enemy. So what I can do is I can go ahead and go in here and get the slime crown, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. So the buff, first off, is... Oh, I didn't even hit him. That's embarrassing. Here we go. The buff you can see is the Kami injection, increased max movement speed, acceleration, and damage. And then he would also have a debuff on him, which is kind of hard to see, but he is like glowing a little bit differently. And you can see he's taking like damage per second, 12 damage per second for a few seconds. And I'm pretty sure it also makes all my other weapons do more damage to him, which is super cool. Also kind of hard to see because like obviously I'm much past the era of King Slime, so all my weapons are going to be doing stupid damage anyway. But there we go. And with that, I guess I can go also, you know, test the Eye of Magus on King Slime. But first, let's go ahead and actually see what it does. So, this, I'm pretty sure, is a laser. Oh, no! Okay, I thought this was like a laser kind of thing. But no, it shoots a homing projectile. Okay, and you can see, look, I'm getting so much mana and so much life back. It's insane. But wow, this thing is good. I mean, it doesn't do a ton of damage, right? Obviously, it's only doing like 40 damage per hit. Actually, 90 with crits, which is pretty good. But I feel like the main use of this weapon is going to be just switching off to it if I really need to heal. Because it does give me, you know, 1 life and 25 mana every time I use it, which is honestly pretty good. Like, that's really not bad. Yeah, no, this weapon is really simply damage-wise not there at all. But it is still very cool. Alright guys, well now that we made ourselves some more cool weapons, let's go ahead and test them on some bosses, and obviously the next boss we need to fight is going to be Astrum Deus. So I grabbed myself the Titan Hearts, which we used to summon this thing. I'm pretty sure we just put them in this altar, and then it spawns like somewhere around here. So hopefully all goes well. I think my plan is I'm going to use Yanmei's knife just to give myself the little boost, and then we're just going to go ahead and use the hydraulic crasher and see if this thing just breaks my world, because honestly it might. Okay, I did just save and back up my world just in case, because honestly I'm a little bit nervous, and also I did wait for night because you have to spawn this boss at the nighttime. But now, we are, I think, ready to take on this boss. Let's go ahead and summon him right now. And, oh, okay, it's doing something. Yep, it is. It is, in fact, summoning. There's a very cool animation. And there we go, here he is. Let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Is it working? Okay, it's not really working, honestly. Yeah, no, it's not really, yeah, no, you know what? I'm not even mad about this. That is simply just for the best. I'm kind of glad that this is not going to completely crash and destroy my world, honestly. Alright, so I was looking in on my last clip, and it actually looked like towards the end, it was starting to do decent damage, and then I looked closer, and I realized that when the boss spawns, it is actually invincible for a little bit. So I think maybe if I try and wait till it stops being invincible and then do it, because like look, right now it's taking 0 damage, all that, but then if I wait for a little bit, will it start taking damage? I think this needs to like unfurl itself more or something, like for sure, but this still might technically work. Let's see. I gotta watch out for the head. I don't even know where it is. There it is. So if I do this now, you know what? That is honestly still doing pretty good damage. I think the problem is, it's just not gonna stay in one place long enough for me to consistently hit it. You know what I mean? But you know what? I'm sure I could cheese the boss by doing that. I'm sure I could. I think I'm gonna give it up with this weapon for now, though. Even though it is pretty funny. I guess if you guys really want to see me fight it with only the hydraulic Volt Crasher, then let me know in the comments. But I think I'm gonna start switching into giving it normal attempts with my normal weapons. Ooh, okay. You know what? That was a pretty good attempt. I'm gonna say it. That was good. I think the real problem was towards the, I guess, middle of that fight, right? Because I think that's more of the middle than the end, where it splits off into, like, two bosses. Really the problem was I just didn't have enough, like, good piercing weapons. Because, like, in the beginning of the fight, I'm sure you guys noticed that I was using this legendary Biome Blade and this augment of it specifically because this one does a ton of pierce and is just really strong. But then after it split off, I was trying to more keep my distance and just use this weapon. But this weapon has, like, no pierce, so it was doing the job really slow. So maybe I can try and keep using this weapon and just be a little bit more aggressive or something, I guess. But you know what, either way, let's go ahead and give it a few more attempts, hopefully try and learn the pattern more, and then just get further. Oh my god. Wow, okay. You know what? All in all, that was a pretty good attempt. I don't know if you guys noticed at the end there, but the reason, well, okay, not the reason, but one of the main reasons I actually died in that last attempt where I got both of the little mini boss, mini worms section, I got them both down to 30%. And the real reason I died there was because, as you can see now, it turned daytime, and when it's daytime, the boss gets enraged, which is very annoying, but honestly, I was kind of holding my own against the enraged boss, so that was pretty cool. But I'll probably include the last bit of that attempt, and then maybe one more attempt, because I had an attempt where I got them down, I got one of them down to like 8% health, which is crazy, because after you defeat one of the worms, it goes into like the third and final stage of the boss fight, I'm pretty sure. And, I got so close, but there's been a little bit of mix-ups in between me taking all these attempts, because there's been a lot of attempts that you guys haven't seen. So first things first, I do want to say, I made myself a brand new weapon. I made myself the legendary Grand Guardian, and the reason I made this is because I was looking at the wiki, and I am honestly a little bit confused. So basically, you guys remember last episode we made ourselves the true Biome Blade, and to do this we actually did a little bit of cheating. I went in here, I went in my recipe browser here, and I got myself a few astral bars so I could actually make the sword, because I, as far as I know, should be at the part in progression where I could mine astral bars. Like, the only prerequisite for mining astral bars, as far as I knew, and I guess as far as I still know now, is you have to have defeated Astrum Aureus, and you have to have a pickaxe power that is either 210 pickaxe power, or you have to have, like, the pick saw, which is the pickaxe that's dropped from Golem. And after that, I thought that you could mine astral ore. But I was looking at the wiki for Astrum Deus, which is the boss we're fighting right now, the worm, and it says after Astrum Deus is defeated, then you can mine astral ore. So the wiki has kind of two conflicting bits of information, because for like just astral ore, like just the regular astral ore page, it says all you need is the pickaxe, the pick saw, whatever it's called, to mine astral ore. But then on the actual Astrum Deus boss page, it says you need to have defeated Astrum Deus first. Or something like that. It doesn't say that verbatim. It says something like after Astrum Deus is defeated, then the astral slimes will drop astral ore. Except it says the same thing, I'm pretty sure, for Astrum Aureus. It's really weird. It's confusing. But either way, I'm going to opt to not use this weapon until we defeat Astrum Deus. Just in case that maybe I am not supposed to have this weapon yet. You know, just in case. Either way, this weapon really has not benefited me too much, because I do have a lot of other weapons here. So even if I technically did cheat, it's not terrible, I guess, but I did just want to let you guys know that, because I don't know, the wiki's just weird. Maybe it can be updated. Maybe one of you guys, if you have like that wiki power, can update it, but that is the plan right now. And before we actually go into any more attempts of this boss, there is one thing that I need to do real quick. And that one last thing I want to do is I actually want to go ahead and start the Martian Madness event. And the reason I want to start the Martian Madness event is, if you go ahead and take a look here, we can actually upgrade our Rod of Discord into the Normality Relocator, which essentially does exactly the same thing as the Rod of Discord, except you can use a keybind to activate the Rod of Discord instead of switching to it in your inventory. And also, it gives you, it says fall speed is doubled for 30 frames after you teleport, which is going to be, I think, really helpful. And I also really wanted to test if this will give me less time on the cooldown, because if I teleport right now, I get myself the Chaos State debuff, and when I'm in a boss battle, I think the Chaos State debuff increases to either 15 or 30 seconds, which is really annoying. So I'm wondering if maybe if I get myself the Abnormality or the Normality Relocator, that cooldown might be less. But either way, I just want to get this because I think the keybind will be really helpful. So we're going to go ahead and take down the Martian Madness event. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard, because we do have some really good weapons here. And yeah, let's just do it. Okay, well, apparently I truly cannot stop taking L's today. So the entire reason we did the Martian Madness event was so we could get some of these Exodium clusters to drop from the Shockstorm shuttle, because, you know, the Shockstorm shuttle is... Wait. No, is the Shockstorm shuttle the thing that we, like, use to even summon the Hold on. So I was gonna rant about how I'm, like, taking L's, because I just checked the wiki, right? And, the way you get these Exodium clusters is you can craft them with Luminite, so we need to have defeated the Moonlord first. But I was under the impression that the shuttle here was the big main, like, boss of the event, which is, you know, the thing that, like, drops the Cosmic Car Keys and everything like that. But the shuttle might be the thing we actually use to summon the event at all. So... Is it the runaway probe? So can I, like, summon one of these things and then... Oh, no, that was actually just a summoner. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Either way, God, either way, I'm taking L's. We, I guess, can't get the Normality Relocator because we can't get Exodium clusters until after Moonlord. The wiki doesn't even say anything about Shockstorm shuttles dropping Exodium clusters, so, like, I don't even know if that's still a thing anymore, or if, like, this mod is out of date or something, but, like, I am truly just taking so many L's. You know what? Even amidst a sea of L's, a fisherman can still catch fish. So, here's what I'm thinking. During the Martian Madness event, we got ourselves an influx waiver, and this, in and of itself, is not vindicative of, like, a W by any means. However, I was looking, and this can actually go into crafting something that looks and sounds really cool. This crafts the Tenebrious Tides, I think I said that right? But what this does is it shoots a water spear that pierces enemies and terrain. And you know what I'm thinking? We're fighting a worm enemy. I think that this piercing melee weapon might be really good, depending on its, like, actual range and all that. Because it says it shoots a water spear, so I'm thinking that that could be really good. And honestly, we're not too far off from being able to craft this thing. I'm pretty sure all we need, if I go ahead and look in here, is I think we need to get ourselves two other weapons. We need to get ourselves the Atlantis and the Amidus's try. I don't know how to say it, but we need to just get these two weapons. This weapon right here is super easy. I'm pretty sure all we do is go over to our fish NPC guy up here, and he just sells it. And then the other weapon, which is going to be the Atlantis, this is dropped from the Leviathan. So what we can do is we can go over here, we can buy ourselves the Trident, and we can also buy ourselves a gift bag for the Leviathan over here from, who's it from? From Angela over here. Let me also go ahead and make sure I have the greedy ring on, because I am very low on money at the moment. But I think it's in here, right? Yeah, here we go, Leviathan. Oh my god, it costs 5 platinum? Oh, damn. Okay, I am very poor. I need to get more platinum. But I will do that. But I'm pretty sure this guy, yeah, he sells the Amidus's, or Amidus's, however you say it. He sells the Trident. You know what? As much as it was definitely a waste of time for me to make this mob farm down here, good golly gee willikers, does it make me a ton of platinum, which is super, super useful for times like these. So now with this, we can go ahead and buy, I guess, hopefully one treasure bag, because I still don't want to spend all my platinum. Let's see, we did! Let's go, we got it first try! This is also a pretty cool weapon in general, too. Like, look at this thing. Like, this thing is just sick. So, what is this? The community is absolutely insanely correct. This thing is insane. It increases max health by 7.1%, increases melee speed by 3.6%, increases life regen by 2%, or I guess just by 2, increases critical strike chance by 3.6%, increases damage by 7.1%, increases damage reduction by 3.6%, increases defense by 7, minion knockback by 14.3, movement speed by 7.1, and flight time by 14.3. I'm putting this on. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I digress. These L's are so quickly turning into massive W's. I'm so thankful for that. But let's go ahead and now put all of this stuff away. And I think now we should have everything we need to craft the... I forgot what it was even called, honestly. What was it called? The tinnitus or something like that? Like, the tenebrious. But here we go. We can go ahead and finally craft this thing. So, bam. And we got a superior one. So let's, first off, can we see what this thing actually does? What does it actually fire? Oh, okay. Okay, so the actual attack, like the actual, like, true melee, has a pretty good range on it already. And then it looks like, I mean, it's not, like, infinite probably, but it definitely goes all the way to the edge of my screen, which is great. So, what does the actual effect look like then? If I do this? Oh my, whoa, oh my god. Yo, that was cool as hell. Let me get rid of the Terra Prism for a minute. Oh my, what? It doesn't have infinite pierce. How much does it pierce? How many can I put down here? Like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. This boss is, bro, look at the this weapon is going to destroy this boss. I mean, like, obviously I don't know for sure, but like, Jesus Christ, this weapon is amazing. This weapon seems super OP. Like, it might even be too strong to use against this boss. Like, that's actually insane. Is the only reforge I can get on it godly? It might be. I'm just gonna stop because I don't really want to lose all my platinum again. But like, holy crap! Wait, does it go through walls? It goes through walls. Of course it goes through walls. This weapon is too good. Okay, so I just did an attempt. I just did a fight. I didn't win. I got the second phase to about 30% health on both of them. But like, I just gotta show you guys this because like, look at this. This is before I can even do damage to the boss. Look at how fast the health bar go. It's already at 80%. It's like, oh my god, this weapon, it's lagging my computer at how strong it is. Like, oh my god, actually, oh my god, like, this is not okay. I can save my adrenaline for the second part of this fight. Look how much it got melted. Look how I'm actually like, this is so not okay. No weapon should be allowed to do this. We're already in the second phase. We're already in the second phase. Watch this. I'm about to bust out adrenaline right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. This weapon's carrying. This weapon's actually just carrying. Like, bro. Okay, I think, like, literally one more attempt, and honestly, I think we have it. I think one more attempt, and we easily win. I mean, I have no words. Let's just get into it. No! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was awesome. Oh my, that was awesome. That was like the perfect attempt. That was actually like perfect. I barely got hit at all, so I got so many adrenalines in, and having adrenaline with this weapon is great. It's crazy. It is. It's actually not okay. Oh my god. Also, you might be able to see this in the fast forward. I almost completely threw the fight because I was under the impression that after you beat one of the like mini worms, that like the fight was over, and that like kind of was true, because if you guys look here, it does say Astrodeus was defeated twice, like one for each worm, but I didn't get the treasure bag or anything else, I think, until the second worm. So I almost threw, but oh my god. Oh man, that was actually just genuinely so awesome. Alright, so what did we actually get? First off, we got two of the little, like, lore things. So here's this, if you want to read it. Again, I'm not gonna read it, I'm not about it. We got all of the fragments, the 4 different fragments from the lunar event, which is kind of cool. We also got some more meld blobs, and then we just got the treasure bag. So 3, 2, 1, bam! And what did we get from this? We got this thing. Okay, this thing is really, really cool. So basically, this is an equipable. It's an equipment. And what it does, you can read here. Taking damage boosts true melee damage by 50%. And if taking or inflicting true melee strikes, drops an immense amount of astral stars from the sky, which sounds so cool. So I definitely want to try that out right now, 100%, because that just sounds awesome. So will that actually work with this, I wonder? Yeah, no, I figured, because it's not, like, true melee. But stuff like the Grand Guardian, weapons like this, it's gonna be insane. Or it's not going to be insane? I have it on, right? Okay, I grabbed myself the Omni Blade, which is literally, like, just true melee. This does not have a projectile or anything. Will it work? Okay, it will. Weird. That is very weird. So I wonder if, because, like, technically this has a projectile, it will, striking an enemy causes a large explosion and then, like, releases orbs or something. I can maybe show you guys if I find, like, a slime or something over here. But I guess, like, technically this has a projectile, even though, like, realistically it doesn't. Here, there's a zombie. You can see it, like, oh, no, that one worked. Okay, maybe this is a training dummy then doesn't work. Yeah, okay. Weird. Very, very weird. But anyway, that's a cool accessory. What else did we get from it? It looks like we only got one other thing, and that is the microwave. 192 melee damage, insane knockback, fries nearby enemies with radiation. Oh, it's a yo-yo. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god, damn, and it sounds like a microwave. Yeah, you can hear the hum. That is... It beeps when you hit an enemy. Or when you kill an enemy. That's really funny. That is... that's really, really funny. I might even use this, actually. And now, gamers, with that fight being over with, we only have one more thing to do this episode, and that is to take down the final boss of Vanilla Terraria, the Moonlord. And after that, this is our final vanilla boss that we have to take down, and when we do, we are officially in 100% Calamity territory. We are in the official end game, kind of. We still have a lot of bosses to take down after Moonlord, as you can see, but like, this is endgame stuff. This is this is post Moonlord stuff. Things are gonna get absolutely crazy. But first, obviously, we actually need to take down Moonlord, and for that, I think, honestly, I mean, as crazy as it is, we're pretty much ready to take him down. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make myself the Celestial Sigil here, and I think we can just like, I think we can just start fighting the Moonlord. Like, really, we're gonna stick with melee. I guess these are really the only two buffs I'm actually gonna bring, because all my other buffs are in here, because they're the permanent kind. Oof, okay, here we go. Honestly, I am a little bit, oh my god, it just spawns in. Okay, I thought I was gonna have time to, like, talk a little bit. No, no, my man just spawns in like that. That is crazy. But like I was going to say, I'm a little bit nervous, but honestly, I'm not nervous because of the fight. I'm more nervous because I haven't actually done Moonlord in a while. Like, I really don't think he's gonna be too much harder than fighting Astrodeus was. I think I just gotta watch out for, like, his big attacks, because obviously this is Moonlord. This guy can pretty easily one-shot you, and honestly, while I'm doing this fight right now, I realize I probably should have put on, oh my god, yeah, I probably should have put on an anti-knockback thing instead of like an evasion scarf. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that fight one more time. Alright, Asgard's Valor is equipped, so hopefully I should not be taking any more knockback. And let's go ahead and get into it again. I think, honestly, for this fight, like, dude, this thing does absolutely melt. Like, the Grand Guardian as a weapon, it does melt the hands, for sure. I really don't know. I don't know what I should use. I truly don't know what I should use. I think I'm gonna use probably, like, a mix of both, because I do want to keep my distance, because Moonlord, you know what, actually, I take it back. The Entropic Claymore is also absolutely melting, so I think I'm fine. I think I'll just do this. I'll teleport every now and then when I need to. I think I really just gotta maintain my distance, really. That was embarrassing. And just like that, the Moonlord was defeated on technically my first real try. Like, if we're being honest, it was my third try, right? But like, I mean, come on, that was my first try if we're thinking about it, but there we go. Oh my god. Woo! That was great. That was honestly great. I had some insane close calls there. I don't know how well that will like how fast forward. Dude, I can't speak. I don't know how sped up the footage is gonna be, but I had some absolutely clutch Rod of Discord plays there. Like, that was honestly, like, insane. I am so surprised at my mechanical ability to do that, which is just, oh my god. Absolutely crazy. Also, the credits, the credits don't have a background for some reason. It just has, like, the NPCs, which, oh, he's all the way over there. Okay, a little bit of, a little weird action with the credits here, but honestly, it is what it is. I'm happy. I'm happy, and there we go. Moonlord is done. All of the vanilla bosses are officially complete. That is honestly crazy. Damn. But let's actually go ahead and see what we got. First off, we got Requiem. So I'll go ahead and read this one. As the light dragon was fading, the monk visited him. Nearly none understand what transpired that day. Most say his passing was eased. The truth? Zeratos' auric soul was consumed, utterly. The monk stood, wreathed in primordial light, and declared themselves Xeroc, the first god. When a dragon is laid to rest on the Eyrie, its powers are relinquished so that they may one day return. Xeroc renounced their sworn oath and broke the cycle, becoming a traitor without equal. Word of the ascension quickly spread. Many attempted to follow suit and claim the auric soul for themselves. Now you know. Good intentions or no, all gods are sinners. Each and every one complicit in genocide. Wherever your journey may lead, whether you are with me or against, may fortune favor you, for nothing else will. Damn! Okay, that was hard. Dude, that was hard as hell. That was cool. That was very cool. I'm glad that this one is one of the ones that I decided to read. But man, oh, dude, I'm still just so happy that happened. Let's go ahead and open up the treasure bag. 3, 2, 1, bam. Oh, we got a lot of goodies here. So first off, I see we got the Celestial Onion. So consuming this does something that cannot be reversed. I'm pretty sure this just makes everything super hard. I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and just do it. I mean, how do I consume it? Anymore? I don't know. I'll look at the wiki and we'll figure that out later. But I obviously got myself some Luminite. I got myself the suspicious looking tentacle, so hell yeah. Got myself, I think, Gravity Globe, which is pretty cool. Got myself the Lunar Flare, and also I got myself the Last Prism, so 2 magic weapons, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, well, actually, you know what? Now that is done, I could transition myself into Mage. I mean, having these 2 magic weapons could just be telling me, Tetsumi, you gotta go Mage. But we'll see. You know what? We'll see. Because I only did last episode switch to Melee, so I kind of want to give it, like, another episode or 2. But we'll keep that in the background. And then, obviously, I got myself the Celestial board, which is going to be the wings for Moonlord. I could not remember that name for the life of me. I don't know how. I just fought him. But there we go. Okay. I'm honestly so happy about that. So, we obviously got ourselves some Luminite. We got ourselves a lot more we can craft now because of that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all the crafting and stuff for next episode, because in all honesty, I feel like I need to make myself a pretty big list of what I actually want and or need to craft, because there is a ton of stuff that is open to me now that I defeated the Moonlord. So, gamers, with that being said, thank you all very, very much for watching. It was a fun one. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you really liked it. Again, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you all in the next episode where we just fully take on all of Calamity Mod. So with that being said, peace.